This exercise that we're about to go over is a 5-yard resisted with a 5-yard assisted, working on our change of direction as well as acceleration. First thing you're going to want to do is get into a 2-point stance, and then once you're ready, you're going to go into a crossover step and then go into a 5-yard acceleration. After the 5-yard acceleration, you're going to go into a hockey stop right before you touch that line. You're going to drive off that inside leg with a crossover step, accelerating back another 5 yards. This exercise is specifically focusing on change of direction as well as acceleration. Within that first 5-yard burst, most athletes will be in that 2 to 3 stride length before they reach that hockey stop. Once they are in that hockey stop, we're going to be focusing on shin angles, trying to drive off that inside leg and propel ourselves back into the other direction. And in that other direction, we will be assisted. So most athletes will be going at a faster speed than they're used to. And as we progress through the program, the current speed that they're being assisted in is a speed that we're hoping that they get to without any assistance. Next lift we're going over is a bench press. The primary movers for the bench press are the pectoralis major, deltoids, and triceps. For starting position, you're going to have 5 points of contact with both feet on the ground, your glutes, shoulders, and head in contact with the bench. You're going to also have a pronated hand grip with your hands slightly shoulder width apart, and you're going to slide back, creating a slight arch within your back. Once the load is unracked, you're going to move the bars slightly forward. Afterwards, for the eccentric phase, you're going to have your elbows tucked in, keeping them at a 45-degree angle. You're going to lower the bar with control and having the bar go in a straight line all the way down. Next, you're going to touch the bar to your chest, having it at the nipple line or slightly above. You're going to keep your elbows at a 45-degree angle. For the concentric phase, you're going to drive the bar back up using 5 points of contact. For spotting, you're going to want someone to stand directly behind the athlete, assisting when needed with alternative hand grip. You're going to also want effective communication skills, like describing what a liftoff would look like. Common cues typically seen is elbows flaring, not engaging back or pinching shoulders, and feet or butt coming off the ground. Some cues to help with this would be keeping elbows tucked, slide back and retract scapula, drive with feet, and keep firm foundation. The next lift we're going into is the back squat. The back squat is a hip dominant exercise, mainly focusing on the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and thigh adductors. For starting position, you want the rack slightly lowered to where the athlete needs to slightly squat down, as seen here. You want the bar sitting on trap muscles at top of the shoulders. What this does is provides a more upright torso. You want the hand position as close as possible to create as much tension within the back without straining any joints in the upper arms. Next, you're going to want to brace the core and take 2 to 3 steps out. For descend, you're going to want to push out with the hips and knees, gripping the floor with your feet and keeping a neutral back with your chest up at all times. Once parallel, you're going to want to drive through the ground while driving the hips forward on the way up, maintaining lateral pressure throughout the whole lift. You're going to keep your eyes ahead and head forward at all times. For spotting, you're going to want to stand behind with forearms under squatter's arms and go down with spotter, assisting when needed. Common mistakes typically seen is knees caving in, leading with the hips or hips shooting up and heels coming off the ground. Some cues to combat this is to push out, have upright torso on the way up, or drive the hips forward, and also to sit back with the hips.